We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Yo, check it out. We got Wack 100 reacting to Lil Durk receiving the keys to the city. So let's get to the content. Listen to what Wack talking about. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Run the content.
In the block. Yo, look, let me ask you something. What you think about Lil Durk getting the keys to the city, doing the Muslim prayer with the other dude? What you think going? You think he trying to avoid something, or you think he for real, for real?
Man, that's a crazy question. That's a crazy question, man. Listen, I'm a big fan of Durk, right? But man, some of that music he be putting out is devilish. You know what I'm saying? He's putting out very devilish energy some of these times, man. And
but
you know
he
what I'm saying?
got the all-white Muslim gear on now. They getting the key to the city. What you think is going on?
Hey, you tell me, Wack. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you cause a few commotions in your city and then you convert to Islam, does that mean you're going to be good?
That's what I was saying. But if you convert to Islam, you know, then it's saying you righteous right now. But then again, I'm like, how long has he been converted, and has he showed that he's traveling that righteous path?
To be fair,
Too early.
I feel like since Durk converted to Islam, he has been dissing less. Like, I feel like before the Islam, he was going crazy, dissing, smoking on duck, everyone should have ducked, all of this crazy stuff. I think since he converted to Islam, he's been lowering it down because he was getting very disrespectful with it, you know, whether it's Duck or Quando or any of that stuff, man. So it was getting pretty serious. But
so after King Von got killed, he went crazy, or do you think he was like mellowing out?
No, I think
he had that case.
I think he turned up extra, you know. I feel like when Von passed away, you know, rest in peace to Von. Obviously, Von and Durk had that case, and that case all kind of fell onto Von. You know, suddenly Durk was completely scot-free on that case, and I feel like he kind of turned up, you know, definitely turned up with pushing the violence and smoking dead people, and you know what I'm saying, claiming certain things, saying no on tracks. You know, it was a very disrespectful time, man. But I feel like he's matured beyond that at the moment with the Islam, and I respect it. But man, it'd be sad to see him catch a case, but it could still happen. The Islam, unfortunately, isn't going to protect him if he has unfortunately committed a crime and been caught up. You know.
Well, listen, man. I wish the best. I think when he did the J. Cole song, he started to, you know, and I think when he seen all these RICO indictments going on, he started to kind of like mellow out. Like, maybe I need to take a different route to this shit, because it was definitely coming. Like, I definitely thought it was going to be a sweep and he was going to be involved in one of them.
I thought so too, man. And I think the crazy thing is, you know, no disrespect to Durk, he's lost a lot of very close friends and family to the streets over the years, which is very, very unfortunate. I can't imagine the pain that he's been through. But you know, in the past few years, I think he's been unfortunately associated with a lot of cases and situations that have been very high profile. And you know, the reality is that in a couple of situations, you know, the people that were essentially his connection to that case passed away. You know, I definitely wouldn't say that he had anything. Like, I think Chicago is just a very violent place, and you know, a lot of people lose their lives very young. But you know, if Durk's brother D-Fang was alive, he was mentioned in the murder of FBG Duck case as having allegedly paid for Duck's location before the murder. So obviously he's no longer with us, right? But you know, the situation could have been different if he was still alive, and then they could connect the situation to Durk somehow. That possibly could have seen Durk wrapped up into the actual FBG Duck murder case. But at the same time, clearly, if there was no evidence, he's not in the case. So clearly, there was no evidence to associate him with a crime.
But seeing one just like that down in Memphis with you know, old boy's brother and his company. So what you just said actually is a little closer, because I don't know to what involvement Durk's brother was as far as when it come to his label. So we're seeing the same thing you just said going along with Big Juke down there.
Let me ask you this, Wack, right? Because this is a historical precedent. Because for decades in the rap game, there's always been an overlap between kind of the streets and the record business. Now, probably one of the earliest, most famous instances is obviously Death Row Records. And, you know, that was one of the, probably the first, the biggest, the most famous example of kind of essentially, you know, gang affiliated tough guys kind of bullying their way into the music industry. And, you know, obviously what ended up happening with Death Row Records was more of a, I guess, a business downfall. And Suge Knight himself, you know, got caught up in a few legal cases. But what would you say nowadays to rappers that are maybe, you know, they're coming from the streets, they're starting their careers, they're starting their label, and they're just giving their record label and their LLC the same damn name as their actual gang in the streets? Like, what do you think of that kind of behavior?
Bad. No, don't do it, because they're going to link it and call it a criminal organization. You know,
and that's how you lose your legal money, right? You're making money from music, suddenly it's under the name of the gang.
Okay, let me ask you a question, right? Let's say you had a corporation, and this corporation was just for your vehicles. So when the police run the plates, this what comes up, right? You're registering your vehicles to your corporations. Would you want your shit to be called Murder Game Music, right? Or would you want it to be called, you know, Pimp That Bitch Incorporated, right? Or would you want it to be called R&R Legal? Which one would you want it to be called when the police get behind there and run the place?
Facts.
I should go say R&R Legal, right? They see all the other shit, they pulling you over, they're tying you and they associating you to some negative shit, to some bullshit. So they got to get away from that. They got to learn how to separate business from the bullshit.
That's facts. But you know what it is, man? I feel like, you know, look, I don't know about you, but I'm a law-abiding citizen, okay? I don't break any laws. I don't even drive over the speed limit, okay, Wack? Like, I'm a good citizen. I'm a civilian. I'm an NPC. But I feel like if you're a rapper, even if you name your business and your LLC something positive, like if you're really out here pushing violence, making music about spinning on people, and it's not just entertainment and you're really living that lifestyle, you know, no matter what you call the business, the feds are going to come from you. And I would always say to rappers, man, if you come from the streets and you get rich, I pray that you just leave that behind and become an entertainer. Because I think if Von was still here, he would probably be on trial for, you know, having used his rap money to fund some of these murders that kept happening. And it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like this generation, it's like the line between the streets and the music is actually non-existent anymore. You know, the music is almost gone beyond art, and it's almost like the music's it's like battle music, you know? What do you think of that?
You said the back and forth seems like it's say that again?
Well, like, I would say, like, back in the Death Row Records days, right? It was like the I don't know, obviously Tupac really was a street guy, but he was an entertainer at the end of the day, and he was making empowering music. But like nowadays, it seems like the gangs, like the music is just, it's kind of, the music is just the battle cry for killing people, right? Like, how do you feel like the mentality's changed over the years and kind of street influence in music, you know?
I see what you're saying. At one point, it's actually even Tupac, you know what? Tupac kind of initiated this shit, because at one point in time, he was making street music, pain music, reality music, you know, things we was going through, Dear Mama and shit like that, right? Me and my girlfriend, shit like that. But then once Hit 'Em Up came, you know what I'm saying? And then that song led to possible violence. You know what I mean? These youngsters is doing what they know. They're doing what the industry is saying, like, this is what we want to hear. Now they're in a reset mode. They're saying, we don't want to hear none of that shit. We actually dropping you artists. We're not signing you. And I think they're confused on what it is they are to do today. You know what I'm saying? Unless their indie channels is showing and telling them otherwise, I think they just hit reset on them, locked the doors, bolted down the windows, and we're still trying to figure out what does work for us. We're in that state. And I think it's a gift and a curse, because, yes, it's going to stop a lot of the random immediate violence. Because, you know, at 12 o'clock, they go do a song, be done by 2, shot a video of them doing a song, and by 5 o'clock, that shit's up on Akademiks, slid on Pookie, and they showing the murder scene that just really happened. It's fresh. It ain't even 10 hours old. So next thing you know, guess what? The ops want to do one too. And it really just made the fire burn. Killing been going on. Gangbanging been going on. Street politics been going on. But the way they started to do the music, the the access that they had to the independent platforms to promote that music that quick. Think about it, bro. It would take a damn near 6 to 9 months to do a project and line it up to be promoted. We could promote at the click of a button. I can go on there right now and be like, yeah, he's on the south side. That's why that nigga Brains over there in the McDonald's parking lot. We up one, seeing, and it's out.
Yeah, that's crazy. So let me ask you this, man. Having been around for so many different eras of famous hip hop beefs, do you feel like the kind of the King Von and Lil Durk versus FBG Duck and kind of Quando and Youngboy, do you feel like that beef is as big as the Biggie Tupac beef was back in the day?
I think it's more violent because Biggie's not dead because of Tupac, and Tupac's not dead because of Biggie. These other people, they bodies is tied in.
Yeah.
And even though they're gone, it's a lot of other bodies that people didn't know the names to, right? That's happening. You get what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I definitely believe it's more violent, it's more real. Biggie was Biggie and Tupac was Tupac. So you got bigger names per se, but the actual situation, oh no, that was a bigger situation in the street because it just didn't stop with them. And neither one of them are dead because of each other. These other dudes is really tied to each other.
We done lost half our city to that shit, for real, for real.
Hey, facts, man. Facts. Hey, that's 16 in here, yeah?
Yeah.
That's 16?
What's that word? What's that word?
Hey, what's cracking, man? How you been?
Shit, cool.
Look at this nigga name. Trap Boy, look at it. What is it? 16 shot him. Now, he's smart enough to know how to, turn that into some business shit, right? Because this man ain't no dummy, right? But, again, yes, I think the industry, those people over there in that building then said, hey, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Even though we grow you and get you big, we getting the backlash. It's bad for business. We got enough money out of you guys, and we're just gonna pull the plug, and we're gonna roll it into something else until y'all figure out what works for y'all. But we're no longer supporting this. No way overnight that they fire over 2,000 execs, go public. UMG goes public in the stock market, and all the motherfucking body numbers drop 40%. That means something was definitely going on internally.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
So, Lil Durk has done a lot for his community, but some people have an issue with other people giving him credit for his efforts while downplaying others. Now, if you haven't heard, Lil Durk recently received the keys to the city in both Broadview and Bellwood, two villages a few miles outside of the downtown Chicago area of his home city. Now, this is for Durk's philanthropic efforts through his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation and other initiatives to foster community betterment and impact its citizens in a positive way. Now, while many fans supported and applauded this decision, others were more critical of the decision. Y'all give any rappers a key. Why not a teacher, firefighter, doctor, and etc.? One fan posted under the comment section of the Instagram post. Others criticized the content matter of Lil Durk's more violent and street-centric material, arguing no city should champion messages like those. This debate isn't exclusive to him, but it does represent the different views about the intersection between hip-hop, the industry, and larger society. In fact, it's part of what surrounded the lawsuit against Lil Durk and various others from FBG Duck's mother. Now, let me know what you guys think about this content in the comments. Do you think Lil Durk deserved the keys to the city? Or do you think they should have been given to someone else, like a teacher or a doctor or someone other than a rapper with violent lyrics? Let me know what you guys think about the content in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always on alert when I drop fresh new content. Subscribe to the media team so you always get exclusive Wack 100 content that only the media team can provide. As always, I certainly appreciate y'all checking out Clubhouse TV, and I'll see y'all on the next drop. I'm out. Peace.